Hey Bazaar Marketers, it's Tim Summers. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about marketing, tools, and tips to help you grow your business. So in today's video, I'm going to show you a free online photo editing software that's very similar to Photoshop. So let's dive in. Alright, so here I am on my desktop, and this is a site that is called Pixlr.com. So it's Pixlr.com. It's a free software. You don't even have to make an account to use the tools, which is cool. And they have a couple of paid options, but the free option works fine. I've been using it for a year or so. The difference in the paid version, you get a lot more bells and whistles, and you don't see ads. You're going to see some ads on the top and the bottom, which not a big deal because we go in there quick and easy and do things you need to do to edit photos. So you'll know we talk about Canva on this channel a lot, and sometimes you have an image that you get and you need to like erase a section of it or crop it differently, and you just can't do that in Canva. So you can come in here and like eliminate some of the text or part of the image, and it's really quick and easy, and then upload it to Canva. Or you can create total images right here from scratch and put them into your social media. Alright, so let me just show you a couple of things real quick. They do have some stock images, which I'll show you those in a minute. They have the remove background, which is actually the same background remover that is used in Canva. So you can actually do it here, and I'll show you that a little bit later too. So there's the Pixlr editor, which is very similar to Photoshop. A lot more bells and whistles than the Pixlr X, which is just the Express. And that's the one we use here most often because we're just doing some quick touch-ups to some images, resizing them, different things like that. So that's the one we use. So I'll show you the editor real quick, which looks very similar to, let me just grab an image here. So you can see on the side here, if you've ever been into Photoshop, these are all very similar to Photoshop. All the different things at the top here as well. So a lot of things you can do here that just are amazing, and it's free and it's online. Don't have to download it, don't have to do anything. You can start editing and playing with this image right here. So I'll let you kind of go through all these different ones. I'm going to show you the Express version real quick, but you can sharpen, you can blur. I mean, it's just a lot of cool stuff. So, and the layers part, I like the layers part a lot too. I do use it for that sometimes. And what I mean by the layers is you can add, another picture in here. If I want to stick the logo in here, we could upload our logo, and as long as it's transparent, it would fit on top of here and it would be a layer, and then you can move it around. So similar to what you can do in Canva like that, but this is mostly used for us anyway, for editing things out if we wanted to remove this leaf, which I'll show you that in a second in the Express version. So let me close this out and jump over to the Express. So this is the Pixlr X, which is Express. So jump over there. And I'm just going to use that same image. So a lot of times what we'll do, we'll have an image, but there'll be something over here or somewhere that you don't want. So we don't want this leaf here. So you can go to this little retouch tool, and you click the clone stamp, and then you have to click source. So you click the source like right next to the image you want to erase, because what it's going to do is take this background or this image and then move it. It can also take, say, there's something in this shirt of mine that you wanted to make it flow better or go longer or something. You can just make a clone of exactly everything. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to remove things, but you can clone things, which is really cool. So I'll show you an example of the cloning. So if I want to make a duplicate leaf, which sometimes it's a little harder than I can say here. So if you click right here, now it's going to show you how big the circle is. You can see it's not big enough. I've got to go bigger. So now I've kind of got that leaf in there. So I can go to source again, and we'll click on there. Now if you click over here, it's going to duplicate that leaf. And you can kind of see it's got some bad area up here. So you're going to want to do source again, make it smaller. And you can go up here. That's still a little too big. And you can remove some of this stuff. That's a little better. So go back to source, you grab the background, and then you can just get rid of this unwanted area. But you've almost duplicated that exactly. Or you do the opposite, is you can remove it. So you just do, click on the background, and then, you can go with that size probably, and just start clicking, and it'll start erasing it and blending it into the background. Now sometimes you'll notice like this goes from dark to light, and a lot of times you'll have a real harsh line there. But once you get the image gone, then you can come over to this area where it blends and get a little bigger image. Grab that, and that's still not big enough. So that's pretty big. So then you can grab it here. So you go back to source, grab here, and then just start kind of like blending that section in. So a little tedious at sometimes, and you can see that really doesn't look good because I'm just trying to do it quick and just show you, but it's just really cool. Or if you want to look, you remove the background right here, you can jump over to here, you can hit remove, click on different parts of it, and it'll remove that. It'll remove this. The only thing different here is when you're removing just a part of it, you want to go back if you want to remove the entire background to that other section and remove the background. But what I like this part is you can add a layer over here and something behind here could show up. So let's go to add an image, and we'll go to their stock images. So these are all stock images. So let's say we want to put a cookie in there. Okay, cookie, and there's a cookie. So if you grab that cookie, I'm going to add it to current. So you can see now that that's on top, it's covering up the other image, but we want it to show behind. So you got to go over here and unlock this. And now you can grab and move it on top. So you can see the cookies right there. So that's just, you can grab the little corners. You can see where the cookie's at if you want to make it bigger, smaller here. Or you grab this layer and do the same thing with there. See how big the image is. We'll make the cookie smaller. And then move it. So see how it is, some people don't understand layers sometimes, but you can see on the side here that they're on top of each other. So it's just, there's all kinds of things. You can resize the image. So let's say you want this image, but you only want the leaves. You can grab it here. And you can see that that's probably not going to work for social media. So then you want to like increase the back area and then make the color stand out and make it more square. So just lots of different things. You could, make a square up here on this guy, on my little guy. There is the paintbrush tool. So you can go in here and you can draw things if you wanted to do that. Then what else do we got here? Effects. So you can change all these different effects. You can see how it kind of changed there. And this is all stuff that's like for free, blows my mind. You can blur the image, you can smooth the edges out, clarity, vignette, all kinds of different things, color variants, all these techniques and different things you can use to make the image just however you need it to be. Like I said, the most of the time we use it for is just removing, different things, or, get an image sometimes, and if there was a logo on the hat and you want to get rid of that, then you go in there and use that little stamp tool and get rid of that. So that's the biggest thing we use it for, and then put it back into Canva. So what else can we do here? Let's just close that out. And let's see if I can grab another image. Oh, like right here, this one here. So let's say you want to get rid of this Miss Fields here. And see how it's got texture? That's when you grab this little stamp, you go to source, click it on there, you can see how big it's going to be, and then you start clicking and it's grabbing the texture. And that's almost, unheard of in most softwares that you can do. And it's very seamless. You can't even see when you're done with it. And like you might say, all right, I'm too close to the edge now. If I click there, it's going to go into here. So let me just show you. Oh, it's messing up that. So I'm going to do undo. And that's where you go back to source, make it a little smaller, and click next to it. Actually, that's bigger. Still too big. Now you can see how small it is. So go back to source, you click on there, and then you can just fine tune it and then blow it up if you wanted to make sure, like, oh, there's some difference in color there. It blows my mind how quick and easy this is, This would be almost impossible to try to get rid of this logo in here because of this texture, dark to light. So same thing, you go to source and you pick an area here. I mean, yes, it's tedious, it's time consuming, but that's kind of too big. But you can see how valuable this is going to be for you to make your images the way you want them to look, and use them in your social media, use them in your videos. I know actually on this one here, there was the vendor logo here, and we erased the logo there and put a different logo in the spot. So, it's just, like one of the favorite things. Oops, if you don't go to source, you got to click here first and then click here. But just that easy to do, you know. You can hold it down if you want and just kind of fan it out. But what's, you know, just see what happened there is, like, I went up into this area, so it's grabbing some of this white now. Just got to be real careful and play around with it. Play with the opacity and the transparency and the softness. If you want to add text, you just, you know, click up there. You want a new layer of text, yes, and then add the text. Hello, people. And that makes it really easy to edit. So let me know what you think of this. If you're using a different software to edit photos, I'd love to know what that is. There's a lot of them out there, but this one it's free, it's online, you don't have to download anything into your computer, you don't even have to make an account to log in. It's a great software. I've been using it for quite some time, and for that I will move on and let you go. Have a great rest of the day. This is Tim from Bazaar Marketing. Take care.